Hello, how's it going? Today we're going to do a review on the Alexandria sword from Darksword Armory. I've been looking for a sword like this for a while now, something that's very broad at the base, and something that tapers at the end to a fine point. I was looking at the Principe from Albion and also at the, what is it called? At the Gothic sword from Ronin, Katana. And I ended up going with this one because I'll eventually get the Principe too. I really like that sword, but it takes forever to get that one, so I'll just do the little payments and they take their time, so I'll take my time too, right? So this sword, guys, I liked it because of the specs, right? The specs were very comparable to the Albion. The Ronin, not so much because the Ronin, it's very blade heavy. The balance, it's almost 7 or 8 inches into the blade, so you're looking at a very blade heavy sword, like front heavy sword, right? And this one, it's actually Darksword Armory's newest product. I'm gonna show it to you guys now. So this is very elegant, very good looking. This is a very elegant, very good looking sword, right? It comes in. You can order it 4 ways. 2 are blunt, and you get the either normal or this nice covered with the belt loop, or you can get again the sharp ones, the sharp ones with either the basic scabbard or the nice one. I ordered the basic one, and Darksword gave me the nice one. So thank you guys for getting me to the nicer one. This sword here, guys, very elegant, very nimble, even in one hand. This thing on the website, it says it's 3 pounds and 8 ounces. Mine is 3 pounds and 13 ounces. It does not feel like a sword that's almost 3 pounds, guys. This thing is super nimble, fast, and I'm very new at swords, at cutting, but you can immediately tell, right, when a sword is when a sword is well balanced, when it will move through the air without much effort. You can hear the blade just cutting through the air. Some of the bad things about the sword, right? I've been thinking really good about it. This is a $600 sword, guys. If you buy it like this with the nice scabbard, out of the factory, it came with like a burst here, like material sticking out. I had no problem with that. I called them. They told me I'll just take a little piece of sandpaper and clean it off, and I did. I have no problem with that. What pissed me off was the pommel. The pommel wasn't very well sanded either, and the square peg here was very sharp. I never been cut by a sword, even knives and stuff like that. Thank God, right? This thing, I was holding it like this basically, and I turned, and this thing was so sharp. It's a lot better now because I set sandpaper to it. It just put a gash into my knuckle. I mean, these things are things that should be fixed in the factory, right? And not deal with, especially if you're buying a $600 sword. The other thing that bothered me was this. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna get a little bit close to the camera right now. Here, they took very good care of the distance between the blade and the guard. As you see, this is a hollow grind, so basically it's like a wave that goes into the middle and it meets at the middle of the sword. It's the distance from the blade to the guard, it's very well taken care of, and very small. And at the middle, of course, it's gonna open up because basically it has that hollow grind. This is where they messed up, and this shouldn't be, right? On this side is real bad, where you see just a giant gape in there, right? We're looking at maybe 3 millimeters, maybe 4. Here, this is better, but this thing looks real bad. This is keeping it from being a perfect sword, at least for me, right? I get those things in my mind, and I'm always thinking about it, even though I shouldn't, right? But other than that, the sword is very good. The only other thing that bothered me about it is this: you're paying for it to be sharpened. Let me get back there and focus the camera back there. Okay. So you're paying for this thing to be sharpened. This is not very well sharpened, guys. They ran it through a sand, what do you call it? Sandpaper, or they either used a belt sand or something, because all they did was push the blade, I mean the edge to one side. I don't know if you guys know, but basically the edge of your sword looks like small teeth all the way at the end, and that's why you go on both sides, because basically you straighten those teeth so they cut real nice. On this sword, I think that they basically did one side on the belt sander, because you can literally hear it. Check this out, guys. When you're going this way, and then you go the other way, and you literally feel all the teeth of the edge that are basically pointing towards me. That's why you hear that. When you're going the other way, it's just basically going around, so there's no cutting there. The thing that bothers me the most about the shape, about the sharpness, is this. This is the note of the sword, guys. Also, this shaking is very normal of swords. I don't know if you can know this, but right here at the note, it's where it should be sharper, because this is where you want to hit with the sword. This is basically where the harmonic balance for the sword is. Also, that's where it won't send back the shockwaves back into your head. And this part of the sword is the least sharp of the sword, right? And it shouldn't be like that when you're literally paying for it to be sharpened. These are some of the gripes I had with this sword. At the same time, it's a very, very strong sword, guys. When I was doing earlier, I was doing some cuts, you know, on an old mat that I have, on water bottles and pool noodles. This thing would not cut the pool noodles. I was just like smacking them of the base. The water bottles, if you got a good blade alignment, you would go through them. But if you didn't, it would just basically make them explode, because this thing is hard and strong. As I said, this thing basically landed on the base of my where I put my cutting mats and all that other stuff. When this thing landed, it literally chopped a corner of the freaking 4x4, and then I proceeded to land this thing. I mean, willingly, I let it go on top of the 4x4, and it just like drove itself in. No blade damage, no nothing. This is a very strong blade. No folding, no nothing, right? So very, very strong, very well made sword. There's just little things that it should be taken care of the factory. This is our newest model, so remember that. So these things will be, I hope, taken care of pretty soon. And Darksword Armory's customer service has been great, so I have no doubt that they'll help me take care of this problem that I have, because I do want this to be fixed. As much as I would hate sending it back, this I do want fixed, because it looks real ugly. You can see that it's not, that it should be fixed. I'm pretty sure that the ones that are coming up are going to be better than this. I'm very pleased with this. I would recommend this sword to anyone who's looking to buy a type of sword like this, especially for the price, right? Yeah, this is not very affordable. I'm not going to say everyone can afford this. At the same time, compared to the Albion, you're looking at maybe a third of the price for the Principe. A very, very good sword, guys. I would recommend it. Please keep watching. At the end of the video, I will show you when I was cutting. You will see what I'm talking about. When you would catch a good edge, yeah, it would slice through everything. When you didn't, it would basically just make things blow up or smack things out of the way. With a good sharpness, this sword will be an amazing cutter. So thank you again for watching. God bless you. Keep watching these videos, because I will be putting more reviews for the different swords that I have. Thank you again. God bless you, and see you next time. Bye.